Hey finders, and welcome back to Fortune Finds. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to achieve this sexy facelift sculpted kind of look. We're kind of just tricking the eye, which is really what makeup does in any given makeup tutorial, but we're tricking the eye to really pay attention to the outskirts of our face. So as you can see, everything is really in this section of my face. This way, when you look at me, you're really just drawn here. So it kind of gives that elongated facelift look. You are just gonna look amazing, you're gonna feel amazing. I haven't really been feeling like myself lately. I've been feeling a little insecure, which I know we all feel like that sometimes. Most of the time I don't though. Like I have to say, I think I'm a pretty confident person, but I just have, just been feeling a little bit down. And I have to say, after doing this makeup routine and just spending a little bit of time with you guys, like I feel awesome. I feel like I look stunning. I feel like this is sexy, but yet really there's something very natural, easy, and just sophisticated about it. So I'm very excited to hop into it. But before we do, make sure that you subscribe and ring the bell before the conclusion of this video. If you've never seen my face before, welcome. My name is Fortune. I'm a certified professional makeup artist, and I love to just teach you guys how to up your makeup game to really make you feel your best, look your best, and just empower you to do badass things. So if you've gone ahead and subscribed and you've rung that bell, then let's go ahead and hop right into the video. Dunkin' Donuts, their oat milk latte, it's so good. I don't put any sugar. I don't put anything in it. I literally just order a medium iced oat milk latte and it tastes like there's whole milk in here. That's how creamy it is. It's delicious. All right, I mixed the NARS Radiant Longwear foundation, which is my favorite foundation, with a little bit of the NARS Sheer Glow foundation. I am in the shade Vienna in both foundations, and that is what is on my face. I want to put a little bit of concealer on my lids because I just tried to do this without concealer and it wasn't really picking up the shadow very much. As always, I will put all of the products down below in the description box in case you are interested, but you can do this look using whatever products that you have. Flat fluffy brush, Mikasa E320. And I'm going to pick up this really light shade. You could pick up any kind of like white cream that you have. And I'm just going to pat this on top of my lid just to kind of brighten that lid space. Laguna bronzer with that tapered brush. And I'm going to start that in the crease on the outer third of my eye right here. So typically as we normally would. But then when I bring it in, I'm not going to bring it to the inner corner. I'm kind of going to stop it like right here. So watch. I'm kind of just going back and forth, just like grazing the top of my crease, because bringing it into the corner is really gonna round out our eyes and close our eyes off. I always lift the outer third, again, to elongate the eye, make it look more feline. So I'm kind of just taking that shadow and just, bronzer, and just flicking it up, kind of creating a shadow cat eye and then bringing it in. Take a little bit more, put it in the outer crease in a circular motion, kind of bringing it right underneath that brow. So I'm not shutting the eye, I'm kind of just, you see, I hope you could see what I'm doing, but I just don't want to close the eye off. Just really concentrating most of the shading here. It's automatically gonna lift the eyes and kind of separate them. Oh, and I just got a new subscriber, Manpreet. Did I say that right? Thanks for subscribing. How exciting. I love new subscribers. I love new friends. Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy it. And if you would like to see anything specific from me, never be shy to ask because I'm here to show you what it is you want to see. All right, let's go back to eyes. So just something a little bit deeper than your bronzer. The same thing that I just did, but I'm going to keep this a little bit lower in the crease just to give a little bit more depth in that outer third. And I'm really kind of just like tucking it into my crease, into that orbital bone, and kind of just like wiggling it. And I'm going to keep it right to that outer third. And you can see it just added a little bit more pigmentation. So when you look at me, your eye naturally is drawn to the outer third of my eye. Now we're going to put a little bit of a wing on just because that always elongates and lifts. Inglot 31T brush. It's just your typical angled brush like that. And I'm gonna hop into my NARS Skin Deep palette. This is discontinued, but I'm telling you, grab any dark brown eyeshadow. It does not matter. I'm grabbing this dark brown right here, which I'm very sure you can pretty much find in any eyeshadow palette that you own. A lot of the time I see people follow the curvature of their eye, but what that does sometimes is it kind of rounds your eye out and then it pulls it down. I'm gonna angle it up towards my brow. So right from here, and you do wanna follow the lower lash line. Think of this continuing up and angle that brush to go up. We're not bringing this wing in to the inner corner of our eye. We're kind of keeping this wing to the center outer third of the eye. I'm gonna look straight into a mirror right here, dot right there. So that is where I want my wing to end. And now I'm gonna just bring my wing out to meet this liner. You should always be applying your liner with your eyes open because you can really see where you're placing things. And now I'm gonna fill in this triangle with this brush and the eyeshadow. I'm keeping it really skinny right here. Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Dark Brown. I'm kind of gonna angle my brows so that they kind of have a really high arch. Like that. So I kind of drew a straight line. That angle is higher than my natural arch. Bring that arch down like that and just go ahead and fill that in. And I don't want to bring the brow too low because if you bring it down too low over here, it's going to pull your face down. My brows kind of come down a lot, as you can see right here. They kind of are angled down and in. So I'm kind of going to follow the natural curvature of my brow on the bottom. But if you're someone that has higher brows, kind of just make it so that in here goes down a little bit more because that's really going to accentuate that lift. A choppy line on the bottom just to give me an idea of where this is going. And then I'm going to flick my brow pencil up. $1 Billion brow pencil. You can just use a concealer and do this, but I really, really love this concealer side and kind of just run this along the top of my brow just to clean up a little bit. It's gonna make it pop a little bit because it's gonna create a little bit of contrast. Small flat brush. I'm just taking the side of it, kind of just blend that in. The highlighter side, again, you can just use concealer that is 2 to 3 shades lighter than your foundation. And I'm just gonna pop this underneath and I'm just gonna keep it to the tail. So I'm just drawing it right underneath that tail, just like so. Same brush on the side and just blend this out. And a lot of the time I would draw it underneath my whole brow, but again, I kind of want the focus to be on the outer portion of my eye. I'm gonna take my Tarte Tape Shape in the shade Light Neutral, put a little bit here, a line up like that. Damp beauty sponge. I'm just gonna go ahead and pat this in. I'm not gonna bring it down like too far on my face because I really want to keep that light underneath my eye. And I'm just stamping this out, and I don't know if you can see, but there's a straight line. So I'm just stamping it up and out to my temple. It's gonna lift. I'm going to take a flat brush. This is a Morphe M432. I'm going to pick up a little bit more of that concealer on the edge. And I have a little palette here, so I'm kind of like tapping off the excess. Draw this right underneath my wing. Now, this is where you're going to go ahead and just perfect the wing. You can make it a little bit crisper. If you brought it down a little bit too much and you're looking straight ahead and you're like, oh, my eye is kind of drooping, use that straight edge to just lift your wing up. I'm going to put a dot here and a dot here just because I'm red in these areas. Another little line on the sides of my mouth just to lift the mouth up a little bit. And take my sponge and just pat that out. I'm going to take a little bit of my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, M0 brush, just a nice precise brush, you know, so we're not fluffing powder all over our face. So I'm putting it in here and then I'm kind of whisking it up just to reinforce that lift that we did. So just like that. You can apply this wherever, you know, your makeup moves a little bit. I like to put it around my nose, on my smile lines. We're gonna use a lighter bronzer and then a darker bronzer, or you can think of a bronzer and then a contour to just chisel the jaw a little bit more. I'm gonna go ahead and apply it with this little tapered powder brush, just because I personally like to use a brush like this. But if you're someone that has trouble with placement, I would recommend using an angle brush because it's really gonna do a little bit more of the work for you. BH Cosmetics Brilliance bronzer in the shade Golden Gal. So my cheekbone is right here and I'm going to place the bronzer a little bit higher. So I'm kind of putting it on the cheekbone and I'm kind of going to keep this in like a little C shape. It's bright right here. So I'm literally putting that bronzer right underneath that brightness. A little bit right here, like right on your temple, into your hairline. And can you see the difference between this side and this side? Those two shadows just make this look like it comes to a point. I'm gonna put bronzer on my forehead too, but I'm not gonna bring it down as much as I normally bring it down. So I'm literally just gonna push it into the hairline. Everything just needs to be higher than the usual. And kind of like brush it up like that. You don't want to blend it out underneath. You want to push it up, following the direction of my cheek. Just to show you on this side, I'm like pushing it up like towards that highlighted section. We really want to keep it underneath the jawline. So I'm just going underneath my jaw. I'm not putting it on my jaw. I'm putting it right underneath. And I'm kind of gonna follow the jawline there. Anything that is a little bit darker than your bronzer. Scott Barnes palette, this is in the shade Carve. I like to apply contour with a little bit of an angle because I literally just keep it to the width of this brush. I just want to compact it like right here. I want the pointy side to face down towards my mouth. Plop this right here, just like that. Just right there. And again, I'm brushing it up, but I'm literally just keeping it to like, what is that? Like 2-inch section of my face. And then with whatever's left, I'm not going back in. I'm going to put it right in that other little section right here, just like that. And can you see like how chiseled this side is just with that one little step? Morphe E4, NARS in the shade Dolce Vita. And I'm kind of going to angle it the same way that I did with the contour, but up higher, right here, almost where that highlight is. So I'm going to pick a little bit of this up, pushing it up and lifting. We want lifting motions. And can you see? You could see, I know you can. So I'm angling it the opposite way and I'm kind of just pushing it up now. And I'm just stamping right here. You don't need to do this, but this is a great step for enhancing anything that we've already laid down, as well as fixing any mistakes that we may have made. Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder, Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH07, tapping off the excess. Place this right underneath just to help clean up that section, but it's also going to really cut that and make it a little bit more contrasty. Can you see? As opposed to this side. Now you can do the same thing if you brought it in a little bit too far, which I think I brought it in a little bit too far on this side. And I'm just going to kind of round that out and kind of cut it off. If you brought the contour or the bronzer down a little bit too low up here, you could just throw a little bit of translucent setting powder there. Anywhere where you feel like you need to just shape up and fix. Highlighter, M505 from Morphe. Putting this on the very highest points of my cheek. Put it underneath the brow bone, just right there. Cupid's bow, a little bit in here. Clear brow gel from $1 Billion Brows. Lift the brow hairs up because again, we want them to be lifted. So lifting up like that. Curl your lashes, coat my lashes with this mascara. How I would typically apply my mascara. But now I'm going to take the wand, pull them out like towards the outer third of my eye. They're kind of going this way. I did not apply mascara on my lower lashes. You can take whatever falsies, it doesn't really matter. But I think wispy ones are really nice and probably gonna do your eyes the most justice. Ardell Naked Lashes, number 422. So you know how we didn't bring our liner in all the way? We're not gonna bring the lashes in all the way. These are effing serious lashes. Oh my God. I'm cutting them in half and apply that to my outer corner. And I'm gonna use my Duo Lash Glue. And I'm gonna say a prayer to Jesus. Please let me get this because I haven't applied a falsie, I don't think since like September of last year. Kind of a beauty guru, is she? And I'm just gonna take a little mirror and I'm gonna look down into the mirror. And again, I'm just gonna place these on the outer third of my eye. It is subtle. Do keep in mind, I have a very small eye. I don't have a lot of lid space. If you have bigger eyes that can handle a little bit more of a lash, the difference might be more significant, but I really do think that like that just lifted that side of my face even a little bit more. A lip liner, 2 to 3 shades darker than the lipstick that you're gonna use. Focus this on the Cupid's bow and the lower portion of the lips, so it's gonna give that like Bratz doll kind of mouth, really puckery in the center and then more natural on the sides. Nothing too crazy. And then before I bring this in, I'm gonna do the lower lip. I'm gonna go ahead and just follow my lip line. NARS Velvet Matte Lip Pencil in the shade Bad Girl, and I'm just gonna fill my lips in. NARS in the shade Asphalt Jungle. Oh my God, I love this. It just gives a little shine. It kind of matches my lips. All right, guys, and this is the finished makeup look. I will go ahead and put my hair down momentarily, but I just wanted to show you now while it's pulled back because I feel like you can really get like the full effect of just how lifted we are, how sculpted we are. This is just absolutely stunning. I think this is timeless, classic, will look good for every occasion. Like, I would wear this as my wedding makeup. I think this is so beautiful. And like I said, I feel really good. I feel really pretty, and I'm just like really feeling myself. I have to say, I am so happy with how this came out. I feel so sexy. I feel so good. And like I said, I've been really down on myself. I haven't really had the motivation to go ahead and do my makeup, which is why I've kind of been uploading like quicker tutorials, but this was definitely full glam. We held nothing back in this video. So if you did enjoy this type of video, you be sure to leave it a big thumbs up down below. This way I know you like more of these glam videos. I do try and give a lot of variety here on my channel. I'm the kind of person where some days I like to sit down and do the damn thing. Be done in 15 minutes. I want to look good, feel good, and just, you know, have a nice dramatic makeup look, but not spend half of my day doing it. Whereas other days I like to sit down and do my makeup 45, 60 minutes. It's therapeutic. Let me know what it is you like. If you like a mix, let me know. If you like more glam, let me know. More laid back, easy, quick, 1, 2, 3, whatever it is. Let me know what your preference is. You guys are my audience. And my mission every day here on my channel is to just teach you guys how to look and feel your best. This way you guys feel empowered to just do really badass things. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure that you subscribe and ring the bell before you leave. I had a wonderful time as always. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, finders. Mwah.